Okay. Well done, gents. Well done, gents. Fantastic win, and we march on. Madrid gets one just to embarrass City even more. You absolutely love to see it, and what a result. What a night. What a competition. I absolutely love it. Yeah, textbook job, really. We did everything that we are good at, and we got some pretty good goals. Bring on Sporting. Absolutely. Victor Gyokeres, hat trick loading in his old stadium. Definitely looking forward to that one. But we got some time before that. It's right after the Southampton game, actually. Absolutely, Nick. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And recently, we've been doing match reactions right out the rip. I'm going to record it right now, and then I'm going to post it, cut it up, and post it a bit later. So, yeah, welcome along to the live match reaction here at the end of the Arsenal game. Declan Rice clapping the fans. Go ahead and smash up the likes, people. Subscribe if you're new. If you are new, I really appreciate it. And I want to know what you think about the Arsenal performance in that comment section down below. Of course, as Arteta hugs his captain, Bukayo Saka, what a night it has been. Definitely was a good watch along. That's for sure. And I think at the beginning, couple of eyebrow raisers. Back to 1-1 in Madrid. Couple of eyebrow raisers for the lineup. I expected Calafiori over Hincapié, but Hincapié played very, very well today. I expected Martinelli over Trossard, but Trossard was fit, and Trossard actually played really, really well today as well. Leverkusen definitely started with some energy. We had some urgency as well, but Leverkusen definitely brought some energy to it. Kieran, I actually have the Man City game on now because I'm watching the Golasso show in CBS. It's actually going to watch the last minute here. But, yeah, I thought we weathered their initial energy really, really well. They definitely brought some urgency and some intensity right out the rip in this one. They did play the same lineup, so I thought that it was interesting. Patrick Schick didn't start from the beginning, and Kofani was up there. Even though Kofani did play very well in the first leg, I thought we kept him quiet tonight. We did a very good job of keeping him quiet tonight, in my opinion. Didn't really give him much. Gabriel and Saliba played really, really, really well. Vinny Jr. dancing in Manchester, kept looking a bit sad. Absolutely does, because they've been ripped to shreds. 5-1 on aggregate Madrid. Is Pep wearing plaid? Holy crap. And treble winners never happening again, says Kieran, of course. But I thought that after Arsenal weathered that first kind of 5 to 10 minutes of pressure, it kind of culminated in Leverkusen's really best chance of the game in the first half. They had that shot from about 20 out that went when I didn't really trouble as much at all other than that in the first half. And I thought that we really took control of the game. Yes, Manchester City is out. Dunzoed. Kaput skis. We'll hope to put them out of another competition on Sunday. But yeah, I think that we definitely settled down. There was a little bit of nerves in the beginning, I thought. A couple of clearances that were just hoofing up right at the beginning. But after about 10 minutes, I thought Arsenal settled down. I thought that we ran the patterns really well. I thought that we were able to play through their press really well. I thought that when we skipped it at times, that Raya was making good decisions on when to play it long, and when to try to find Gyokeres as opposed to playing out from the back. And we definitely do that more when Victor is in the team. And I think that Victor Gyokeres was fantastic today. Was absolutely fantastic today. Perhaps wayward touches at times, but he had some very, very good touches as well. Very good hold-up play. I think he is coming into his own very, very comfortable. Literally everything but the goal today. He was fantastic up top. I thought that he was running the channels really well. I thought that his hold-up play is just something that we've been missing for so long, and we play to his strengths now. There were a number of times we played the ball into the channel for him. A couple of times when Victor was actually leading the counter-attack in that second half, I thought that he was absolutely fantastic today. And if he would have scored instead of Declan Rice, I probably would have gave Victor the man of the match with Rice the honorable mention. As it is, it'll probably be the other way around, in my opinion. But I thought that picking Trossard, yeah, like I said, a bit of a surprise, but I thought he played very, very well. It was very interesting to see how he was. I mean, you almost call it an inversion, right? It's kind of like the opposite of what Man City was trying to do with Semenyo and how narrow Semenyo's been coming in that lineup for Man City when Semenyo does play sometimes, or in recent games, I should say. It's kind of like the opposite of that, where Trossard was coming very, very narrow at times. And what it meant was we didn't really have a presence on the left wing, but we didn't really need one because when Trossard was coming that far over, we had an overload on the right hand side. So not only did we have Ben White on the overlap and Saka, the man running things down the right hand side, but we also had Zubimendi as well as Trossard in build up. And so we had an extra man on the right hand side. And that's obviously a reaction from how things went in Germany last week, a tactical tweak that worked out very, very well from us. They didn't adjust to that until the second half. And I thought that it gave us some good work in the build-up. We also were taking on our man. Saka was trying to beat his man more often than we did in that first leg. And I think that is definitely a product of, the fact that Ben White they're making the runs down the outside. So credit to Mikel Arteta, credit to the coaching staff for picking that out from last game, making the tactical adjustments and giving us joy on the right hand side in build up. But at the end of the day, where we won this game was in the midfield. It was in the pressing high and causing high turnovers and playing very quickly. So we won the ball high and then rifled it in to Eze, who had a great touch on the turn, and that's what made it set up for him. And he's absolutely ripped it into the back post. I love that away hit from PSG. Anyway, Eze's goal, man, holy crap! What an incredible finish that is from Emirates Eze. Holy hell, what a goal! Like, oh, we brought my man in for to be that kind of a player, to be the moments guy, to come up with magic when we need a little something. And Eze has absolutely done that today. What a goal, man. I could watch that all day long. I'm sure I will get plenty of replays in. Don't you worry. It was a fantastic finish. I thought overall, Eze played well. I liked the vertical passes. I like the fact that we played a lot quicker than we did on Tuesday last week, Wednesday last week. I should say. I thought that the urgency was there, the intensity was there, the recognition that we didn't necessarily want to let Bayer Leverkusen get set in their defensive shapes, and that's ultimately what caused the second goal as well. I thought that we were fantastic in that first half, very, very fantastic in that first half. And when we came out of the second half, I thought there was like a similar moment in the game, like the first 5 to 10 minutes or so was similar to the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game in that I thought that Leverkusen came out with an intensity, came out with a pressure. They were pressing a little bit higher, as you would expect after going down the goal. But once we played through the lines a couple of times in that first 10 minutes and showed that even if you guys do press with an intensity, with a verve, with a passion, we're going to be able to play through you. And I think that made them sit back just a little bit because they realized that we were going to hurt them if they kept pressing so high. And by about the 60th minute, just before we scored the second goal, the second half had settled down again, just like the first one did. But we were giving them a little bit more of the ball. We weren't pressing as high. We were dropped off a little bit for that last half hour. We get a little bit deeper as the game went on, but that was a product of the second goal. Once again, we win the ball high. Declan Rice comes down with the second one, and what a finish that was. Goalkeeper doesn't even move, and you can see it as soon as the ball comes down and Rice controls it. You knew he was going for the shot. There was no other option. There was no one ahead of him. There was like seven. There was like the whole Leverkusen team was right there, and he curled it around everybody. Goalkeeper, no chance. Both goals today were absolutely phenomenal, superb today. Both goals, and you got to give it to Declan Rice. What a performance! What a performance from Declan Rice! Fantastic, of course, man of the match. Victor Gyokeres, of course, gets the honorable mention. I thought Saka was decent. Trossard was decent, of course, as well. We spoke on that. Martin Zubimendi also had a very good game today. Much improved performance. I think it was very important that we had a good performance against Everton, and of course, got that one over the line to go with it. And we built on that tonight. I thought we definitely had a similar performance as far as the attacking intensity. Maybe we were a little bit more intent this evening, a bit bigger of an impetus, you might say, to try and go on and get that goal. But we scored the second one. It was never in doubt. And we did back off a little bit, but we're the best at defending. We're one of the best in the world at holding on to a lead like that. And sometimes it does get a little dicey. It did not get a little dicey this evening. I did think at the end we were giving up a little bit too many crosses, but we got a little tired at the end, of course. It was interesting that Zubimendi came off. I know he needs to. I definitely know Zubi needs the rest. But also, Declan Rice going the full 90 was not on my bingo card. I would have liked for him to get a little bit more rest, but he was amazing. He was absolutely incredible. Kept the team going, kept the team ticking. Was definitely a massive, massive part of that win tonight. Biggest part of the win tonight for me, of course. I could go on forever, Clausen, and the recovery runs, the tackles. He was everywhere. He was amazing, absolutely amazing. And Gabier, I thought was very, very good as well. I thought that he was giving us width on the left-hand side when Trossard was inverting and coming inside. So I thought that he was able to, definitely keep the width in the formation on the left-hand side. And, of course, he's defended for his life, defended so well today. I'm a big fan. Pierre Gabier absolutely did a fantastic job tonight. Benny Blanco, well done as well. Very good to see him back. I thought he was instrumental in Saka having a better game this evening as well. Mascara came in and did well for him, I thought. Martinelli wasn't necessarily in it too much, but I thought he did some good defensive work, of course. And what can you say about the back three? Big Gab, Saliba, and David Raya had another fantastic performance. Fantastic performance from both of them. Clearing the headers, making sure we keep them out in transition. I thought that they defended very, very well. And David Raya has come up with another couple of fantastic saves. The one where Kafane opens his body up and hits it one time to the back post, and Air Raya coming at you just out of nowhere with the save. An incredible save that. And no matter what we win this season, we'll have to look back and say that David Raya has been a massive, massive part of any trophy that we lift, any silverware we lift this season. He was immense today once again. And yeah, Big Gab and Saliba, stalwarts back there, of course. And yeah, at the end of the day, Declan Rice is my man of the match because he was incredible. He was incredible. Once again, he was amazing. The guy was everywhere. I wanted him to get a rest. You could see how tired he was. Hopefully he gets a day off tomorrow, and then we get back at it on Thursday because we got a big one at the weekend. But all in all, fantastic performance, fantastic win. Much needed win. This was definitely, a moment in the season that we had to keep everything going. A moment that could have potentially derailed it if we did not keep going. But this was not the time to be derailed. And the boys went out there and flexed their muscles and just showed, we have the quality, not only tactically, not only defensively, but we have the quality in the individuals to get those moments like Eze does. And, Declan Rice has just got talent. He's got everything. he's just got it in spades, man. He's just got everything. What I mean, I can't. I could go on and on and on. What else can you say about him? He was absolutely incredible today. But I also want to big up the manager, of course. Got to give Arteta credit today. Got the subs right. Got the personnel right as well. I thought that it might have been a little bit of a risk to play Trossard, but Trossard had a decent game for sure. Wasn't necessarily lighting it up, but I thought that his contribution to the build-up was very important tactically today to our success. And so also give credit to Mikel for those tactical tweaks. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, fantastic win. Absolutely fantastic win. Got to be happy with that. We march on to the Cup final on Sunday. Definitely going to be an exciting one. We will definitely be locked in for that one. But yeah, tonight, what a game. I love the Champions League, man. I absolutely love the Champions League. Fantastic victory. We march on to the quarterfinals to face Sporting Lisbon, who have done madness themselves this evening with a 5-0 comeback against Oakland Flint. Gyokeres gets to go back to his former team. Patrick loading, of course, I will say, but we have a few games to play before we get there. But yeah, I'm buzzing. Absolutely feeling great about that one. Fantastic performance from the Arsenal, and we march on. Definitely got a big game on Sunday. So yeah, very happy. Very happy. Fantastic performance. And yeah, that is the match reaction. Arsenal 2-0. We march on. Final on Sunday. So go ahead and smash up the likes for another Arsenal victory. Of course, subscribe if you are new. It will be an honor, a pleasure, a privilege even to welcome you to the community. We are growing. Of course, all of this helps the channel immensely on our road to 500 subs. And make sure you got that notification bell on each and every time so you know when we're going live. Of course, we'll be live tomorrow, locked in with all the Champions League action. What a goal from Gyokeres and Eze. That was fantastic finish. Boom! Let it all work out, people. Let it all work out. What a night for the Gunners. Fantastic. We march on in the Champions League. It's been my pleasure here this evening. Hope you've had as much of a good time as I have. Good night, and you. See me next time.